This is the CLAYTON Church of Christ in Humble, Texas. This is July the 18th, 2021. This is the Sunday evening message. Why do you need some mountain time with you and Jesus? Oh, that's what we're going to talk about. Why do you need some mountain time with you and Jesus only? You have to rejuvenate your spirit. Christ is greater than us. He did it. But you have to do it with Christ because he's been there. And he will connect you to God as the power source. Christ is the connecting plug. Jesus will fortify you in the heart. Christ will prepare you for the expected and the unexpected, just as God did him. Look at Matthew 14. Go right into the text. Matthew 14. And verse number 22. I will start. Always remember, brethren, don't look for a response as you answer a Bible question. Just say the information. That's what Brother William was talking about in the Bible study. He said you can't keep repeating the same error over and over. You can't. That's what he meant, and that's what the Bible said. He got it from the Lord. You can't do it. You can't play like you don't know what's going on. You can't. You got to just do what the Lord say. God bless you, William. Matthew 14 and 22. And straightway Jesus constrained his disciples to get into a ship and to go before him unto the other side, while he sent multitudes away. Jesus is orchestrating. He says, okay, now y'all hold on. He says, y'all hold on now. Y'all go in the ship and go on over there. I'll be over there. And he told the people, now y'all go home. He's orchestrating. And when he had sent the multitudes away, he went up into a mountain apart to pray. Now, you don't maybe live in New Mexico or California where there's mountains, so you may not go into a real mountain, but you need some mountain time. And he went to pray. And when the evening was come, he was there alone. So it's just Jesus and God. Evening time, and he's still there. But the ship was now in the midst of the sea. So this ship, by the time, see, this is a large sea. So, they're going over into the middle, but a wind comes up contrary, which makes it difficult to row. And they're stuck in the middle now. Tossed with waves, it's sloshing back and forth. For the wind was contrary. That's the reason. The wind is so powerful that God has made. Somehow the wind presses, and when it hits the ground, it moves dust and paper. But when it hits the water, the wind concerning the water is so powerful. It presses on the mighty sea and starts making seas go back and forth. It's a powerful thing. And in the fourth watch of the night, Jesus went unto them walking on the sea. Now here comes Christ walking on water. And when the disciples saw him walk on the sea, they were troubled, saying, it is a spirit. And they cried out for fear. We got a bad storm, and on top of that, here comes a ghost. Boy, that's hard. That's a nightmare. But straightway Jesus spake unto them, saying, be of good cheer, it is I, be not afraid. And Peter answered him and said, Lord, if it be thou, bid me come unto thee on the water. And he said, come. And when Peter was come down out of the ship, so he's got it. I remember saying the ship is in the water. It's a nice size ship, not no little rowboat. And he stepped, because Jesus is going to go to sleep in the shipping that they have. Maybe it's not the exact same boat. So this is a boat holding more than one person. It's not no little rowboat. So they got to step down, which like large boats have. Not no ocean liner, but it's large enough to step down. He steps down into the water with great faith, like he's stepping off the boat onto the sand, like he gets out of his boat from fishing. He's not afraid. And he walked on the water. Go this. So he has to step out and he starts to walk. He's got full confidence. Because his question is, if you or who you say you are, bid me. Now notice what Peter said. Somebody could have, let me say, if he lied, he might say, come on out and you drown. But no, he knows if you tell me to come out, I'll be able to walk on water. That's what he's saying. If you say it, I can walk on water. Do we believe like that? I don't believe like that, brother. I don't believe like that. Walk on whatever is moving in your life contrary to what men can do. You're supposed to be able to walk on it. But when he saw the wind boisterous, which is strong. See, he saw, man, it's not, no, hold up, man, this thing shifting ocean, sea type, heavy duty water. It's not no swimming pool. He was afraid. And beginning to sink in the process as it happens, he cried, Lord, save me. This is a fisherman. He's seen people or know of them drowning. He sees, I get nervous. It's like a chain reaction. The wind hit. I get nervous and then I sink. And I immediately cry, save me. Why? People drown in the sea. Man, you know a sea is deep. Lakes are deep. It's not like you stepping from the edge of the ocean to go wading in the water. No, there's no bottom. You're in the middle. They're in the middle of the sea. That's the deep part. You could drop a ship down there. So he knows. Somebody might say, well, can he swim? It's a storm. People don't normally start swimming in storm because why? Waves lift up. You think you're swimming, man, you're just on a wave. It come back down, the water's even deeper. It's hard against your body. It's like exercise, and you finally give up. Your arms get tired, and you just, you go down and you drown. It's not rocket science. And they were coming to the ship. Well, they were going on this verse 31. No. Immediately Jesus stretched forth his hand, and because of Jesus stretched forth his hand and caught him, saying to him, "O thou little of faith, wherefore did thou doubt?" So I told you come out, you came out, you walked on it like it was solid sand. You came to me, and when you saw the wind, you got scared, you started drowning. As soon as you called me, I grabbed you. Now, guess who's still standing on water? Jesus. And I pull you up. Now that I got your hand, guess who's not drowning no more? You. And we're going to go to the ship. Little of faith. Why did you doubt? Who's at the top of the list of hell? The fearful and the unbelieving. The 1-2 punch of Satan. Fearful and unbelieving. Do you know the worst thing that can happen to you if something go wrong is you die and you go to paradise? That's worse. Family don't have no dad, no brother, no cousin. No, so what? They was eating before, they're going to eat again. The worst thing happens to you is you die. So why would you fear and not accomplish the work when the worst thing can happen to you is you can go to hell? See, the difference is being fearful and unbelieving is you can go to hell. Whereas if you step out on faith and the Lord just says, okay, I wanted you to step out because it's time for you to go and I'm bringing you home. But you didn't die lost. So if you stepped out on faith and did what the Lord said, and somehow an evil person took you out, you're going to be mad you went to paradise? You get paradise? So yeah, they took me. Man, I ain't want to go now. Is that what you're going to say in paradise? You're through with this evil place. You're through with the wicked people, the lying saints. You're okay. What beef do you have with the law? What problem? None. So ask yourself then, why don't we do this? Why? Why do people in relationships are so fearful it will end versus just do what the Lord say? The worst could happen is you die of a stroke from sorrow and go to paradise. So I'm going to cry myself to death. She mourned herself to death over the lousy husband she had, and she went to paradise. Well, what will be the issue? But if you violate and start sinning, hell awaits. That's the worst thing that happened. See, if you don't tell yourself this, the devil will get you. Eve could have easily said, okay, the worst thing going to happen to me is I won't eat the tree. I'll never know how good it tasted. And I'll just die, or it'll end, or whatever happens. I'll just live forever without having ever tasted this tree. But I got other trees to eat. Every one but this one. If Adam had a thought, he said, wait a minute, okay, now if I don't do what she say, worst case scenario, she'll just be mad. We'll be arguing, fighting, she'll be acting crazy with me, slinging fruits in my head. That's worse. But I'm not eating it, man. Worst thing can happen. Worst thing can happen. Worst thing. Because see, the concept of death is not even there yet. Because if he doesn't eat the tree, he lives. But the pleasure of making the new bride happy blows his mind. And he just eats. I listen to her over God. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's her that sinned or the man. It doesn't matter. If he had led her, it's irrelevant. They listened to each other. They teamed up on sin. And they both lost. So don't ever do that. Some people say, I'm not going to be miserable for the rest of my life. I'm not going to be miserable. I'm just 23. I'm not going to be miserable the rest. And what's the worst happen? You'll die miserable and go to paradise. Now, I'm not talking about nobody beating up on you, having boyfriends and girlfriends, or people raping you or fondling you. I'm talking about issues of life, arguments, disagreements, people not speaking to you. You're sitting at home eating ice cream by yourself with your friends. I'm like, what's the worst that can happen? You die in sorrow and go to paradise. See, if you tell yourself that, you'll learn how to go, no, I'm not going to do that. Because I know what happened when you do that. I don't care how. If they just came and described, sin is so joyful. Then you come. See, if you don't go get the mountaintop, they're going to make you. They're going to get you. They're going to make you do it. If you go get the mountaintop, you come down and be sin is so joyful. Man, we had such. It is a sin. I tell you, it blew my mind. And you go, yeah, I'm going to put you in hell too. And keep going. Why? Because you have to learn to turn the lust off. You get that with mountain time. Alone time with the Lord. I'm not talking about some nonsense, some denominational wicked person. I'm talking about this, where Jesus prayed with his Father by himself. And he came back so strong, he could walk faithfully on water. I am sure Jesus could have just waited and got a boat. Why wait? Why wait for my blessing to join myself with the disciples? I'm going straight on the water. I see the wind blowing. So that means waves are going up. Who's going up? Jesus going up and going down, and water all around. And he just steady water. It's like you walk on sand. Never falling. Never falling. So, one of the things I understand is doubt kills you. And when they were coming to the ship, they come to the ship from off the water. The wind ceased. Soon as they stepped on the ship, having walked faithfully, Peter now got his hand in Christ. Somehow he's able to stay afloat, and they step on the ship. Soon as the problem is over. That's just how life is. The minute you keep walking on the problem and crushing it, and understanding when you step to safety, the trauma starts. Because it was a test. Jesus passed. Peter failed. Nevertheless, mercy was given. Then they that were in the ship came and worshipped him, saying, of a truth, thou art the Son of God. Now, sometimes people want to know, well, what does that mean they came and worshipped him? I want to show you this to show you to understand what the Lord is talking about. This particular word, where you say, well, we know, well, I want to read the answer. Worshipped him. From this very text, Matthew 14 and verse 33. G4352. G4352. And probably a derivative of 2965 is from 4314, those numbers, meaning to kiss like a dog licking his master's hand. To fawn or crouch. to, that is literally or figuratively, prostrate oneself to, homage, do reverence, adore, worship. They didn't cut up an animal and offer blood. They got down, crouched, and prayed to him as God, like it's supposed to be the image of God, of a truth. You the Son of God. Sound good now, but it's going to be some more challenges come. And when they were gone over, they came into the land of Gennesaret. And when the men of that place had knowledge of him, they sent out into all that country round about, and brought unto him all that were diseased, and besought him that they might only touch the hem of his garment. And as many as touched were made perfect whole. The lady's not the only one that touched the hem of his garment. See, the message is, oh man, you just touched the hem of his garment, you're well. The problem with the woman that did it, she wanted to do it secretly. Can't get rid of your shame and embarrassment secretly. You've got to get rid of it in a public manner. In the sense of when you have wrestled with a disease, spiritual, physical, you've done a lot, and you come to Jesus for healing, you want your life to change. Your life is a life of thievery, getting high, sexual sin, robbery, whatever it is. If this is your life and you can't stop it, you can't just slide in and touch Jesus and it needs to be some acknowledgement. I have sinned against you. I have erred in my decision, and I want to stop. It don't matter nobody know about it. It's between you and the Lord. Mountain time. You got to tell him sometime on the mountain, I've been acting a fool, Jesus. I've been so scared. Jesus, I've been scared to do your will. I'm scared of my own shadow. If the devil holler, boo, I run. Before you even get the last ooh out, I'm gone. And you got to let it, I've been afraid, but no more, Lord. I will rise up and do your will, contrary to all men that do what you say. That's mountain time. You pray for strength, and you'll walk on the watery problems of life just like Jesus did. Now, that's one concept. One concept. But some cities, when Jesus came to them, they told him, can you get out of here? Look at Matthew 8. You know why you need mountain time? Because Jesus comes from one area in Matthew chapter 8 where he turns around and Jesus Christ is going to be asked, after helping some people, can you please get out of our land? Matthew chapter 8 and verse number 32. Well, let's look at 31. So the devils besought him, saying, if thou canst suffer us to go away into the herd of swine. One gospel writer said, Jesus had compassion on them. Did you know Jesus has compassion on demons? If Jesus has compassion on demons, you telling me he's not going to have compassion on us, the children of God, when we have a problem before us and the Lord has to make a decision as to what will he do with us? Jesus not going to have compassion on us, right? That's ridiculous. You know, when your brethren try to explain about forgiveness of sins, murder, the ugly sins, pedophilia, you know, your brethren are insane. You have to pray for them because they don't understand Jesus had compassion on people and allowed them to be able, even demons, to be sent somewhere that actually made them happy. You say, why would he do that? Because he's merciful. Oh, you got to get out the man, but I'm going to send you somewhere that you want to go? What would you have me to do for you? What would you have me to do for you? And so, why would the Lord be so merciful? Because He is a God of mercy, compassion, love. And so therefore He says, okay, now it's not a big thing where I send you, so where you want to go? Okay, go on to the swine. And see, this is the idea. And He said unto them, go. And when they would come out, they went into the herd of swine, and behold, the herd of swine ran violently down a steep place into the sea and perished in the waters. And when they that kept them fled and went their ways into the city and told everything and what was befallen to the possessed of the devils. And behold, the whole city came out to meet Jesus. Now remember the other place after He came from the mountain, they came out to meet Him for healing. And they come the whole city, and when they saw Him, they besought Him and said, what? Heal us too, right? No. And they asked, will you depart out of our coast? Can you please leave? Is this what you do, come heal folk and kill a bunch of good animals? Can you please leave? You blew up 40 Cadillacs to heal them. Can you please leave? You burnt up 22 red Corvettes. Can you please leave? Can you imagine that? The guy sitting in his right mind and said, he did this. Can you? And what he do to the Hummers? He burnt them. Can you please leave? You burnt up 50 Hummers to heal them. Can you please leave? That's what it means. You got to stop and say, what type of evil people is this? What type of wicked people are we dealing with? What type of monsters are we dealing with? See, because if He doesn't have compassion, once they tell Him, set us on a swine, He'll say, nah, I'm sending you to the wilderness. Get out of here. Just ask compassion. Okay. He asked what you want me to do. See, when you ask somebody what you want me to do, not the answer is in their best interest. So, when you sin, and the Lord, He did David like that. He said, what you want me to do with you, David? He said, well, don't put me in the hands of man, whatever you do. Because He said, that's whole, game over for me. It's going to be so excruciating. So He picked something else to happen. He said, don't put me in man's hand. You don't want to ever fall in human being's hand. Because you know what? A human being's mind changes in an instant. One minute they're hugging you, the next minute they're hugging you with a knife on your throat. Because the mind, it's so free to change left or right. So you don't want to ever fall in man's hands. Thank God for that opportunity to be prevented. Jesus had to go to the mountain alone for many reasons. One was that they wanted to make Him their king. That's why He bailed. Oh yeah, we're going to read that. This was not within their power. God had to make Him the ruler. Look at John 6. This is the same story but told in John. And what you're seeing is why He goes and heads up to the mountain. He's going to send the apostles one way and send them another way, and He is out of there because they want to make Him their king. They can't do that. Don't let people make you their king. Run. Save thyself. John 6 and 14. And afterward Jesus findeth, John 6, 14. Then those men, when they had seen the miracle that Jesus did, said, this is of a truth that prophet that should come into the world. When Jesus had prophesied that they would come and take Him by force to make Him a king, He departed again into a high mountain Himself alone. And when you read verse 16, and when even was come, now His disciples went down to the sea. See, this is the same story. See how it ties together? Same story. Told by John. Same story we picked up. We read they went to the sea. He reading verse, the boat got in the middle. So why did He go to the mountain? So you go to the mountain not only to be alone with the Lord, but to escape from men who want to make you their king. You got to get away from it and go and pray for strength. What strength is that? That the Lord will sustain you from having a desire to let them make you their king. Anytime somebody want to give a man a preacher's anniversary, he needs some mountain time to go and get away. And when they call your house, don't answer the phone. And then just show up Sunday. Say, we've been trying to reach. I know you have, and I can't be your king. And that's your first message. We have but one king, and it's not Caesar. Preach that message. When they want to give you a doctoral title, introduction when you're preaching, go into the mountain. Pray for strength. And let them know, if you brothers call me doctor anymore, I'll never come back here again. And just look at it. We have one king, and it's not Caesar. Start preaching. Change the whole meeting up, because they need help. Why I want to do that? He don't want to cause trouble. No, he wants some glory. That's what he wants. He wants some glory. That's what he wants. We see Jesus gain strength as he denied the pleasure of a people-appointed throne. He didn't want a people-appointed throne. He wanted a God-appointed throne. And see, Jesus was smart. He knew men. He knew that a man will flip a script on you. He knew that, and so therefore he would not give himself over to certain desires that people would have concerning him. He would not give himself over because he knew what was in their heart. He knew what was in man's heart. And Jesus understood what was in their heart. So he would not give himself over to them. This particular story is not the first time Jesus encounters this desire for men to make him king. God got to do this. Satan tried to make him king in Matthew 4. But he said, God got to do this. Well, the people weren't Satan. They were just happy he gave them a meal. He said, And then he tells them when they get to the other side, after the experience of walking on water, when they come up to him and they ask him in John 6, Master, how did you get over here? Well, remember, he walked on water. Because they say, wait, the boat over here. How did he get over there? Well, he walked on water. Look at John 6:23. Howbeit there came other boats from Tiberias, nigh to the place where they did eat bread. Remember, see, same story. After that, the Lord had given thanks. Notice, Jesus gave thanks. That's one thing I love about my wife. She's put Stephen's little hands together. She's a wonderful Christian woman. And said, okay, before he would eat, every time she would watch. Did you forget something? Put the little hands together and he would pray. And he said, thanks for the food. Thanks for the food. He asked me one time, he said, I thought the food come from you all. It was little. I said, through God. He said, okay. And he put his little hands together and thanked. He had it. He got it. Don't ever be too busy to thank God for what you have, because he knows how to take it. All they got to do is let the neighbor want it, and it's gone. You take it to the bank, it'll be gone. When the people therefore saw that Jesus was not there, neither his disciples, now see, they went on a boat, but Jesus walked. They also took shipping and came to Capernaum, seeking for Jesus. And when they had found him on the other side of the city, they said unto him, Rabbi, when he came to here, they know, we know the boat count. How you get over here? Jesus answered and said, he didn't go, I walk and walk. They don't even need this. They don't deserve to hear that story. Truly, truly, I say unto you, you seek me not because you saw the miracles, but because you did eat the loaves and were filled. You want another sandwich. You want another bread sandwich, don't you? Labor not for the meat which perisheth, but for that meat which endureth unto everlasting life, which the Son of Man shall give unto you. For him had God the Father sealed. So he says, coming from a wrong reason, sorry, God, I'm not, lunchtime's over. I'm serving only gospel now. Tip, and he leaves. Done. Can't do nothing for you. And see, so you and I have got to help the brethren understand that one. Jesus had to wait on God, and so do you and I. He was strengthened to instruct them of what they should be coming to him for. That's when he leaves this scene. Then he goes into the mountain. And he's instructed by God and strengthened because he's praying. I don't know what he's praying for, but through prayer, every time I see Jesus pray, he's strengthened to continue to tell men what they should be looking for. He runs into a roadblock with Peter, stopping him. It shall not be. It's to tell him, Satan, get behind me. Know what you like, the things of men, not of God. He's got disciples watching him. How to check Peter. And this crook in him. Gotta check him now. You don't want me to die. Satan is guessing he's a gambler. Oh, I got it now. If he goes and dies, okay, let's stop him. But I gotta do something heavy because this is his boy, Peter. That's not my boy, Judas. I gotta do something heavy now. I gotta impact. I gotta pick the number one guy. In the sense of, okay, he did some heavy teeth. He say a lot of stuff when everybody else quiet. Says a lot. I watch a lie. Blurts out. He blurts out. So I'm going to get this one to try and get Jesus from going. See, he's listening. He's got an ear. He's getting reports. He understands some of the scripture. He's got snapshots, but he keep messing up. And so at the end, he figured, well, if I kill him, he died on the cross. He died outside the camp. It's done. It's so stupid, though, because he doesn't know the secret of God. And what does he do? Like an ox running to the slaughter. He runs right into the end of the gate, and they shut it down. Cut his head off, Bob. I got you. The ox think he's getting away. Run to the side. He run. Boy, say, look at him run. He think he's getting away. And when he run and hit that gate so hard, boom. And said, drop it down, boom. Cut his head off, Bob. He ran right to where. That's what the Bible means. He runs like an ox to the side. See, they put you in that gate and you run. They said, wait a minute. They got to set up, man. They got to boom. Knock it down. Hit. Poof. All right. We make some good steaks and everything from this rascal. Cow tongue and everything. We're going to eat good. That'll feed a bunch of people. He thought he was going to get away. Like an ox to the slaughter. That's what happened to Satan. Never outthink God. He was strengthened for this purpose. Spiritual blessings and not physical blessings are what we must seek from the Lord. That's what he told them. You came for the bread, but not the miracle. See, because the miracle would have caused them to come back and say, teach us. Not do another miracle, because that's an even. Teach us more. We want to hear more. We want to hear more, Lord. But they can't. We'd like another sandwich. Is it lunchtime yet? That's why when your brethren do ignorant things like put aside out free meals at 5, I'm going to come back again, right? Because I'm a denominational cat. If I were, I'm coming back. And you know what they're supposed to tell me when I come up? Say, this first time here? Say, no, I'll come use once a week. Do you? So you've been coming for sandwiches, haven't you? Don't labor for the food. Labor for the word. And then tell the next guy, have you been here before? That's how you should do it. Have you been here before? Then you come on. First time you come. Do you know that line will be gone in a few days? And then that word going to get through the city. Hey, they say they feed a fire. Only if it's your first time. Baby, they give you one meal. That's it. I'm going to Baptist church over here. And then you'll end that meal. But you know why I don't want to? Because I'm keeping hoping you come back and eat. Somehow God going to bless him. That'll be get some money out of his pocket one day. If not, I'll get glory from other rich folk. The goal is to get some cash in the stash. So we can be somebody. And build a big building so high you have to hurt your neck to look at it. If that's not the goal, ask him why you keep doing it. Because look like the master is on another page than you. He shuts down the meals the next day. And then rebukes for coming for another one. Somebody lying in the Church of Christ. If you know it ain't Jesus, you sure know it's not Jesus. Nevertheless, brethren, remember, you need time alone to pray. Jesus told them, watch and pray. We're going to wrap up here. That was Jesus' message to you and I. Watch and pray. And he tells you why. Not because, just do it because somehow it made God happy. And when God's happy, he'll save you. No. Look at Matthew 26:41. Point 1, Jesus says, watch and pray. Matthew 26:41. that you enter not into temptation. The spirit indeed is willing, but the flesh is weak. So you got to help, because that flesh will beat that spirit down like a child fighting a man with great muscles. Mark 13:33. Another one from Christ, warning again, number 2. Mark 13:33. Take heed, watch and pray, for you know not when the time is come. So pray because your spirit is with him, but the flesh is weak. So you pray, overcome flesh. Second, you pray because you don't know the time. You don't know the time. I mean, let's just face it, y'all. We don't know. Look at Luke 21:36. Final point. Luke 21:36. Watch therefore and pray always. Luke 21:36. That you may be counted worthy to escape all these things that shall come to pass, and to stand before the Son of Man. Now, 3 reasons: because your flesh is weak. Watch and pray because you don't know the time. And watch and pray because you gotta, when the time do pop, you say, oh, it's time, he's coming. Or you about to die, you know, I can stand before him. Because as I watch, I'm watching. I don't step wrong. And I don't let nothing come to me not supposed to be. And as I pray, he lets me see, oh yeah, there's something behind you, but I got you. Don't worry. It's not going to catch you. So you're always ready to go. If you're here not a member of the church, recognize one important thing. That the Lord God Almighty loves you, but he can't save you in the state you're in. Step 1, you believe Jesus died, was buried, third day rose again. You believe that 1 Corinthians 15:1-4, Christ is serious. So if you really honestly believe that, Jesus said, he that believes and is baptized shall be saved. He that believes not shall be damned. Mark 16:16. When Peter is asked the question that nobody has an answer, haven't even been presented in this new doctrine he just taught, Acts 2:37, and say, men and brethren, what shall we do? And it just isn't to Peter, it's to the other 11. Peter responds, repent and be baptized. Every one of you. Did Andrew go, no, just pray? Did Matthew go, hold on, you don't pray, I'll be baptized. Come to the mourner's bench and let us touch it. You hear everybody's on the same page. Repent and be baptized, everyone, in the name of Jesus Christ. Why? For the remission of sins, you shall see to get the Holy Ghost. For the promise unto you and to your children, unto all that are fall, even as men of the Lord God shall come. In many other words, he testified and encouraged them, saying, save yourself from this untoward, which is a perverted generation, like a snake. Then they gladly received his word, were baptized the same day, Acts chapter 2 says. About 3,000 souls were added unto them. Verse 41, verse 42. And they continued steadfast in the apostles' doctrine, the breaking of bread, and in prayers, and the Lord added to the church daily such should be saved. The fellowship is one that I want to take time because it is to walk in the light as Christ in the light. 1 John chapter 1. We have fellowship one with another. Brother William is walking in the light. But if I get out here getting high and acting crazy, coming to church, nose all red, what's up, Willie? Acting crazy, like, man, you in church, but brother, you not in fellowship with us. What you got? Why your nose so red? What's wrong with you? You got a cold? Oh, you need to know about this stuff, Willie. I sure don't. I'm getting high. I'm not in fellowship just because I'm here in the building. I'm in the building, not in fellowship. Because I'm not walking in the light of Christ. Now, if you see Christ snorting cocaine, I'm in line. We together. But he's not. We have to understand that. And the Lord added to the church daily, such should be saved. Acts 2:47. The eunuch wants to get baptized. Acts chapter 8. Sees the water after hearing the message about Isaiah 53. He looks, he says, what hinders me to be baptized? He says, if you believe with all your heart, you may. He says, I believe Jesus Christ is the Son of God. Now he's a candidate for baptism. Whether he's lying or not, he said the words. That's all we can do is trust. Dip him in water. He comes up. He's safe. He's safe. Philip is not taken away. Now he needs to find some saints or start preaching and baptize some more. Because that's the only way he's going to be able to gather and worship the Lord with 2 or more. Either way, he knows the mission. He's going to gather. He's going to start preaching. We have to understand that. And we believe that the law of rescue, Paul explains, it's very technical, but highly spiritual. 1 Corinthians 12:13, for by one Spirit are we all baptized into one body, whether Jew or Gentile, bond or free, and have all been made to drink into one Spirit. Peter says the actions save, 1 Peter 3:21, the like figure, while even baptisms also now save us. Not the putting away the filth of the flesh, but the answer for good conscience toward God by the resurrection of Jesus Christ who's gone on in heaven. Angels, authorities, and powers being made subject unto him. We believe that. Christ told us, behold, the devil shall cast some into prison. That's a saints-only jail. You have tribulation 10 days. Be faithful unto death, and you receive everlasting life. You believe that the Lord will rescue. You have opportunity now. You can be baptized now. If you listen to the message, touch a little triangle, the Lord will lift you up. You'll find a saint, they'll baptize you, because we'll direct you to it. But if you're here and you need prayer, come now, together we stand and sing Heaven's Invitation. The and tenderly Jesus is calling.
For you and for me, see all the